Hi there, G Wood here, and today we're going to be discussing how we can protect our Amazon seller accounts from suspension. There are a lot of common practices that are even recommended by some on YouTube that are really great if your goal is getting your seller account suspended or banned. Otherwise, you should work hard to avoid these practices. When I was first starting my Amazon business, one of the first things I thought I needed to do was go to AliExpress, find some items that matched listings on Amazon, and sell them. I quickly learned that this is a bad idea. I got an IP strike on my account and was worried that Amazon would ban me for good before I could even really get started. Thankfully, that didn't happen. The strike was on my account for about 6 months or maybe a year, but I learned better practices after that and kept the rest of my account metrics high and never lost my account. Sadly, though, some are not as fortunate as I was, and this could mean the end of their journey on Amazon. So in order to help you all make sure you don't make the same mistakes that could cause you to lose your account, I'm going to discuss 5 things to avoid that will help you protect the health of your account. Now, this list will not include every dangerous practice on Amazon, so if there is something that I don't include here that you think people should also avoid, feel free to put it in the comments for everyone to benefit. The first point is drop shipping. Drop shipping is a business model that is touted by a lot of YouTubers as a quick and easy way to make quick money and grow your business. It's so widely touted that a common response I get when I tell people that I sell on Amazon is, "Oh, drop shipping?" Sadly, these YouTubers are doing their viewers a great disservice by recommending this very dangerous method for selling on Amazon. And I frequently see a lot of people complaining about their accounts being shut down and how they're trying to get it back because they listened to that bad advice. The reality, though, is that Amazon does not like most forms of drop shipping and is very strict in what it will allow on their marketplace. While Amazon technically allows drop shipping on the marketplace, they do have a long list of things you need to ensure so that the customer experience is seamless and will not drive customers away from the platform. For example, here's a few points from their specific dropshipping policy. You must identify yourself as the seller on any invoices, packing slips, or external packaging and other items included with the product. You must not include wholesalers, suppliers, or manufacturers in product packaging materials or Amazon store product descriptions. And you are responsible for accepting and processing returns. You also need to keep in mind that while you are the one responsible for the customer experience, you simply do not have full control over the products. It's because you never see them and you never touch them. So therefore, you need to trust that your supplier will not run out of stock while you're taking orders. You need to trust that they will keep the quality high and make sure that the customer experience is good. You need to be able to ensure that they will ship in a timely manner. You're also responsible for returns and refunds as the policy mentioned, so you need to have a plan in place for these as well. It's also specifically against their policy for you to use another retail company such as Walmart or Target as your supplier. Retailers are unable to list anyone else as the seller of record. So, when these products ship directly from their stores or their warehouses, the packaging, the invoices, and other shipping materials will contain the retailer's information, not yours. In short, while drop shipping is technically allowed on Amazon, it is very difficult to ensure a good customer experience and will be a great way to get negative feedback and put your seller account at risk. If you plan on growing a successful Amazon business, resist that song of the siren when it comes to drop shipping. Our second point is listing on private label ASINs. What is that? Well, these can be specific products, private label products, that a seller has brought to market with their trademarked brand on it. They are the only ones with the ability to source their products and will immediately be able to hit you with an IP or inauthentic claim if you list on their ASIN. One example of this is what I mentioned at the beginning of the video. Finding a generic looking product, matching it to a listing on Amazon, and trying to sell it. One example of this is this webcam on AliExpress. You can see here that I can source it for under $5, and it's identical to this one on Amazon listed for $25. Seems like a great find, right? But you notice that there is a brand name on the Amazon listing. This means that it's a private label brand and you simply cannot safely sell on that ASIN. It may even be the same supplier that they're buying from, but there's no way to legally get their brand on your product, so you're automatically selling an inauthentic product and are liable to have your account banned. Another form of private label listings to be aware of are branded bundles. There are a lot of times where I'm sourcing products and come across an ASIN that looks at first glance that it's just a regular listing for the product I'm looking at. Maybe it's just a multi-pack of this product. But then I look closer and notice the brand on the listing is something very different than what is on the product. And then realize that it's a branded bundle with their unique branded product packed with the product I'm searching for. Here's an example of one such listing. In this example, the unique products that are making it a branded bundle are very small in the picture, and if you're in a rush while you're sourcing, you may miss it. It looks like a 2-pack of these sunflower seeds, but you see that the brand listed is not the same as the seeds. So then you can look and see, why is it different? And you'll spot the other products in the listing. This could be a trap that could lead to an IP claim on your account if you aren't careful. So in sourcing, always double check the brand on the listing and make sure it matches what's on the product. Our third point goes along with this last one. Beware of generic listings. So when you're checking the brand on the listing, you want to watch out for ones that say generic. Amazon is cracking down on these more so lately and are putting strikes on sellers if they're selling a generic listing for a product that's actually branded. Here's an example. In this listing, we see a known brand of candy, but the brand it's listed as is generic. Even if Amazon doesn't catch it right away, maybe they never do, by trying to list on these ASINs like these, you are taking a risk and may get a strike on your account. The fourth thing we want to avoid to protect our account is low quality prepping and packaging on our products. This can be challenging because you want to save money and time when you're packaging things to go out. But you need to remember that the logistics workers, including Amazon's, are not going to treat this package nicely. Personally, I worked for some time unloading trucks for one of these companies, and they are so focused on production and speed, they simply do not care how your packages are handled. Especially heavy packages can be handled quite roughly because they can be frustrating to the workers moving them. One of the common things I heard when I was working there was, "That's what insurance is for." So when you're prepping things to ship, remember the way they will be handled. Expect them to be thrown across the room onto a cement floor. Expect piles of other packages to fall on top of them. And expect them to try to break it. When I package things, I always try to go the extra mile. Extra bubble wrap, extra packing paper, extra padding. It may take a little extra time and extra supplies, but I rarely have gotten a complaint about things being damaged upon arrival. And I ship a lot of fragile products, including glass. If you don't package carefully, you could end up with a lot of negative reviews on your account. And this can lead to you not being featured in the buy box, and it could even lead to a suspension requiring you to submit a plan of action in order to get your account restored and try and get your reviews up. So make that little extra effort with the customer in mind and make sure your items are well prepared to make it to them safely. If you're worried about the cost of your shipping and packaging materials, check out this other video I did about saving money on shipping supplies. Our final point is do not sell counterfeit or knockoff products. This goes along with what I was talking about earlier. There are certain sources where you simply do not want to buy from because you cannot ensure that the products are legitimate. And if you're selling any kind of name brand, remember that you are the one that Amazon holds responsible with making sure that it's legitimate. So only buy from suppliers where you can count on this being so. Whether you're following the arbitrage model, where you're sourcing at other retailers to resell, or you're following the wholesale model, buying from distributors, you need to make sure that they're reliable. If you are not sure, do your research before going ahead with that product. Amazon will not accept our laziness as an excuse for selling inauthentic products on their marketplace. As I mentioned before, these are not the only practices that could cause problems for your account, but from what I have seen, they are among the most common mistakes sellers will make that lead to account health issues. If you learn to navigate around these pitfalls early, you will have a much greater chance of success. As you gain experience as an Amazon seller, these will become obvious things to avoid. But new sellers need to learn it somewhere, and I want you to know without having to experience it yourself. I hope you found this video helpful. I try to give the most value in my videos, and hopefully I've earned a subscription and a like from you. If so, don't forget to hit that bell notification so you don't miss any of my future content. And remember, if you would like a one-on-one coaching call with me, check the link in the description about coaching. I'm still offering a discount for your first call if you use the code HALF, written in all caps, to get 50% off that first call. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you'll come back again. That's all for me for today. I'll see you next time.